Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Mourinho Challenge. I have already recorded this intro one time already, but you didn't hear me, so I've had to record it again. Unfortunately, we are taking on Burnley in the last game of the Premier League season. And as I'm sure you're aware, that means we didn't quite get through to any more finals in cup competitions. We got knocked out in quarterfinals, in fact, in both of them. Arsenal was the first one where we lost 4-3. And we also lost in the Europa League on penalties to Sporting Lisbon, which we probably should have won. We've had a good run in the league, though, beating Brentford, Chelsea, Man City, Southampton and West Ham recently, and a draw against Norwich. We have mixed up the formation. We've gone to a 4-3-1-2 just to see how it goes, because we have less centre-halves, especially next season, than we normally do, or we have done in this league, because the cat kicker Kurt Zouma is now gone. And Attardi will be leaving at the end of the season, who we brought in, Luciano Attardi from Manchester City. So that's someone to make you aware of. He's been pretty good as well. But otherwise, yeah, that's kind of where we are at. Otherwise, transfers. Joselu's the only other one. He won the NXGN Next Gen 50 Young Player of the Year or something. He actually doesn't look that great, but we will be coming in. And I don't even think he has a work permit. So we'll see if that's worth it. We're only here for another year anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But otherwise, it's been going okay in the league. League-wise, we're third. We're in the Champions League, which is great. We've got there. And I think next season, hopefully, we can kind of push on and cause some issues for the likes of Arsenal and Man United, who are... looks like the kind of lead runners in the competition. And it's Southampton Man United in the final of the FA Cup, which is, I mean, I'm happy about being a Southampton fan, but otherwise not great because we could have gone all the way through. But with that said, we will now jump to the game, which I have been a bit premature for because I've got excited. And then at the end of the season, I think we will have to kind of look at what we've got. We've already got budgets, £29 million budget with £181,000 in wages. One thing to note as well is Andrew Robertson has confirmed he's retired from football and he's moved into one of our coaching staff. I thought we might as well offer him a contract as his contract was ending. He was going to retire anyway, so we'd offer it halfway through the season. We have Cucurella and Fernandez who play fullback. Robertson doesn't really play, so I wasn't too worried about losing him from playing, so not too bad. And we're 2 years ahead of schedule for the Champions League, which is great. But we've got Burnley today, who are sitting in 14th. Hopefully should be quite a comfortable win. But we are away from home, so always can cause issues against Burnley. Guendouzi was having a bit of a fit because we hadn't performed well in bringing up youth players, which I don't really understand considering we hadn't actually signed. I think we've only signed Milinkovic-Savic, so we definitely have brought up players from the youth team. But there you go. I don't know. He's staying around now anyway. He doesn't want to complain. But with that said, we will jump to the game, and I'll see you in just a moment. And here we are then. We're on game day. Burnley away from home. This will be the lineup we go for. So we're sticking with this 4-3-1-2 that we've kind of ended the season with. Alisson in goal. Alexander-Arnold right back. Left back is Fernandez. Attardi, the on-loan centre-half from Man City. And Orozco at the back. Harvey Elliott will be in midfield with Sambi Lokonga and Milinkovic-Savic. Just ahead of them in the shadow striker position will be Parada. And then Vladic and Mbappe up top. I mean, we've got three players with over 20 goals this season, and Chris Gelles has got 14. So I mean, we have been banging in the goals, and we've been a lot more clinical. That's the word. We've been a lot more clinical in this kind of end of the season when it comes to scoring goals, because that was kind of our issue for a lot of the year, where we were getting the chances, we were getting the XG, but we just weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. But that's certainly something that has changed a lot more in this second half of the season. And hopefully that will continue into next year if we stick with this formation or see kind of how things go. But Burnley come forward really early on. Jolson on the left-hand side. Ball in. Nketiah's there. Headed a clear by Attardi. And it is moved forward. Parada with a long ball forward. looks like Mbappe's through on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he score? He looks to dink him, and he dinks it over the bar as well. So unfortunately not quite enough to get the goal this early on in the game, but a great start for us, reacting to their attack and breaking on them quite quickly with Mbappe bombing forward. But here we go again. Mbappe looking for a 1-2 on the left-hand side with Fernandes. Not quite able to find it as Burnley look to come forward now. Jolson on the ball on the left-hand side, back to Ramsden, and then forward again to Jolson. We're putting the pressure on them, though. They're not going to enjoy that, that's for sure. Davis on the left-hand side, back again to Ramsden. He comes inside to Mandragora and out wide again to Ramsden, who's going to get down this left-hand side. Plays it through to Jolson, who's again coming inside onto the box. Cuts back on his right foot. Plays it off to Matthias Henrique, whose shot is just wide of the post. It's a warning sign, certainly, as they've had kind of the better of the chances, or more of the chances, I should say. I shouldn't say better, because Mbappe's was a very, very good chance for us to get the goal. Ultimately, there's not much for us to play for now. We're sitting pretty in where we are in third. We're not going to move any places otherwise, I don't think. Maybe if Tottenham win and we lose, I think maybe we could drop down to fourth, but otherwise it's very comfortable where we are. Fernandes on the left-hand side, just before half-time as well. Mbappe receiving it, cuts back to Fernandes, who whips that ball in. Vladic is there, but he heads over the bar, and it's these sort of opportunities. That was a very, very good opportunity for us to go ahead in the game before half-time and kind of get control of things. But as it stands, 0-0 at half-time, and we might look to move things around, mix things up a little. Marcos Antonio, I think, will bring on for Sambi Lokonga in the middle of the park. Otherwise, we will leave it like that. And see how things progress. Davis back to Jolson early on. Well, within the first minute of the second half, said crossed in, but cleared by Atadi. And now Parada is coming forward into Vladic. He looks over the top to Kylian Mbappe, who's through on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper. But again, can't beat Lucas Perry. He does manage to get onto that ball again, but then just decides to run it off for a throw-in, which... okay, if he fancies that, that's fine. Within the first 5 minutes of the game of the second half, it's been very, very intense. Mbappe and Elliott haven't actually performed too well, so we might have to look at bringing someone on. I might bring Guendouzi on for Harvey Elliott, thinking about it. We'll do that now, just to change things around a little bit. See if we can get a goal here, because it would be nice to end the season on a win, even if it is away from home. Fernandes with a throw-in on that left-hand side. He looks back to Marcos Antonio. He's going to look to play the ball forward to Mbappe, who cuts inside, who's free. He's through on goal. He's got to be. It's not a get. I mean, for a player that is supposed to be in line to win the World Player of the Year or whatever, I don't know, golden Ballon d'Or thing that they call it in Football Manager. He is having an absolute mare with his finishing. Parada's gone for another dink there, which I'm not sure he probably should have done. Should have just hit it, but there you go. That happens. 15 minutes to go. It is looking more and more likely that it'll be a 0-0 draw, which isn't ideal. Let's see, though. We'll bring Josh Kirk on for Trent Alexander-Arnold, just to rest him up for the last few minutes of the game. Josh Kirk, very good player. He's done very well for us this year in that wing-back role. Hopefully he can continue his development at right-back as well. But there you go. 0-0. I mean, really disappointing, to be honest. I was hoping for a win there. And so we're unbeaten with this formation, that's for sure. But we have also drawn twice away from home to teams that we maybe should have got a win at. But we're in the Champions League for next season, which is great. Hopefully this will kind of set us up ready for next year. And we can go on to hopefully win a trophy, because we haven't done that for a while. Yeah, so ideally we'll be in somewhere. But here's the end of season review then, before we get into that. Transfers in. We brought in Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, who I think was a very good signing for £9 million. Not bad at all. And Atadi on loan from Man City. He played a good few games for us and performed well in that as well. Transfers out. There's a lot there. You can see Cat Kickers went off to Red Bull Leipzig for £2 million. So we made a bit of a profit on him. Jose Gaia went to Shakhtar following us having about 6 left backs. Mladenovic, we made a lot of money on him, so that's why he went. Millwood went to Leeds as well. Kukovic, Watson, Semple, Buchanan and Holmes all leaving us on transfers. Not too bad. Made a bit of money on them. Final position third, not bad at all. Board wanted us to kind of get Champions League football, which we did, hoping next year we can kind of do one better than what we did this year. Being knocked out in the quarterfinals by Sporting, knocked out by the quarterfinals by Arsenal in the FA Cup, and in the Carabao Cup, again, knocked out in the quarterfinals by Man United. So, I mean, the quarterfinals were a little bit of a challenge for us. An 8-0 win against Vorskla was the biggest win. Match to remember was the 5-3 game against Arsenal, and goal of the season was Porter's goal for us against Brentford. So very, very nice there. Worldwide, obviously, still worldwide. No surprises there. Sponsorship's gone down slightly along with broadcast revenue this season. Hopefully that will go up next year with the Champions League coming into play. Merchandise sales, shirt sales, nearly 1 million shirt sales. So that's good. Mbappe, Elliott, Parada, Becker and Sambi Lakonga all being the ones up there. Not too much of a surprise there. Obviously, we played the 5-2-1-2 for a majority of the season. So that is kind of the one that they're going to say the best 11 in. And I'd probably agree with that, especially the front three. You can't really argue with that one. No records broken there, but we can see top goal scorer Kylian Mbappe with 37 goals and assists by Parada for 18. So, I mean, we've had a lot of good players. Competitions, though, English division top goal scorer was Kylian Mbappe. But there you go. Ultimately, again, not another non-title winning season. I don't even know if we're going to be able to match Jose Mourinho's titles at this stage. So we'll have to see. We have got, I think officially it would be 10 seasons left to try and do so. So we're halfway through the challenge at the moment, and we're not halfway to the title, the cups and stuff. So we'll have to see how it goes. But we will leave it there. We'll be back with Liverpool next season. There's unless someone comes in and it's a massive team, unlikely to leave, because I think we're slow. We've started to really mould the team a bit more, and hopefully next year we'll be able to get something out of it. But there you go. We'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.